GBA Time, a chronological series for the Game Boy Advance. Our game up today, game number 78, is WWF Road to Wrestlemania. This was released in November 2001. Fun facts about Wrestlemania. The first one was in 1985. This covers Wrestlemania 17, which had the main event of Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. So that was a very peak time for wrestling. And that happened right after WWF acquired WCW, one of the most famous moments in wrestling history. We're going to get 2 more WWF games that will be under the WWE license. So we'll get into the gameplay here. So as you see, there's a bunch of options here. We're going to go exhibition just to show you how this works. And we got a bunch of arenas and a bunch of options here. So our last wrestling game here was I forgot what it was called now. Fire Pro Wrestling, Fire Pro Wrestling. And so this is our best comparison to that. So if you remember, Fire Pro Wrestling did not have real wrestlers. It had kind of caricatures of those real wrestlers. So this time we're going to get the real wrestlers. So all of these are very famous names. Most of them are in the Hall of Fame. So we're going to go with Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Rock. So our 2 featured wrestlers from this time period. So you get their intro music, their intro videos, even if they're kind of in slideshows, but you're going to hear that iconic Stone Cold intro music. And then you're going to get that iconic rock music.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
So this presentation was beautiful. I absolutely loved that portion of this game. And then we get to the gameplay here. And the characters look really good. They move pretty well. Unfortunately, the grappling is where it came down here. So I was able to grapple and strike, but I was not able to grapple and do a suplex. And at no point was I able to do a special move. So I would love this absolutely a lot more. And I kind of figured that out. But I tried numerous things and I could not get that to work. But still, the striking, the running. I don't know if I capture it here in the video footage that I had, because I had probably 20 minutes of game footage that I had to condense down to like 5 or 6 minutes. So, but jumps from the turnbuckle worked really well, and then you went outside the ring, and that looked really good too. So. But this is a fun game. And the characters look well enough like their real life counterparts that you can see it. And the options for the ring. And then all of those wonderful signs from the fans. If you were alive and watching wrestling back then, everyone brought a sign. And sometimes the wrestlers would use some of those signs and some of their t-shirts and some of their promotional materials and some of their promo work inside the ring. And on pre-recorded pre-recorded footage. So this is a fun time to be a wrestling fan. I was definitely a WCW fan, and I was kind of phasing out of being a wrestling fan at that time. So I'm going to, I was trying to capture some game footage where they would show off a little bit more of the suplexes. But we're going to see 2 more intros here. Again, this was really, really a highlight of the game for me. So I'm going to capture a minute or 2 of that. Minute or 2 of just computer versus computer. You can kind of make your own pay-per-views. And I didn't see how Royal Rumble worked, but I imagine that would be a fun mode to do as well. 30 wrestlers. And then see how that turns out. And even computer players here are struggling to do any suplexes. A lot of breaks, a lot of strikes. So there's one. So we get to see Triple H and Undertaker. 2 more Hall of Fame wrestlers. And unfortunately, there's no women's division in this. And you heard it there, that that submission sound sounds really creepy. But unfortunately, there was no women's division in this. Women's wrestling did not have a huge impact until less than a decade ago. I could thank the 4 horsewomen for that. And then we just want a sample of that season. So this does have password save on that season mode, this campaign mode. So we're going to see Vince McMahon. Screw him. Glad he is out as chairman of the WWE. And we get to see him, and we get to see some storyline here, and great presentation. And we get to see a moment of Raven there. All right, our pros, lots of modes and options. Great presentation, and this does have a campaign mode, so that was good to see. That was a step up above Fire Pro Wrestling. The cons, the grappling is frustrating. There's no women's division, and then this is password save. So battery save might have moved us up a couple spots, but regardless, the presentation really was awesome. So, and the gameplay was actually good. So I gave this a B, and I ranked this 29 out of 78. And I put this right below Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and right above Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder. And as always, the full list is in my video description. And our next episode is Dave Mira 2 Freestyle BMX. So another BMX X Games style game. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.